welcome to the Hungry Meeple, a podcast about making connections with friends and family through food, games, and drinks. And today we are talking about our trip to Essen and our Essen Haul, right? All right. Which was quite big. But there were three of us, right?
Yes.
So we have plenty of space to bring games. All right.
Yeah, I'm not the only one schlepping back games for all youth this year.
Right. Tell us a little bit about that. Give us some background.
So this is my third Essen. I started 2 years ago. Combined Essen at the end of a family trip, and I was taking orders from the game group of anything that they wanted brought back. Mostly Ramon over here. So I had bags and bags of games that I was all hauling myself. So this year was nice to just haul mostly my own. So.
Right. We did bring from other friends too.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
but still, yeah. So Andrew here has been. This is your third time.
Right.
Third time in Essen. Our first time for Troy and myself.
Finally convinced you guys to come.
Yeah. And so we got there on a Tuesday before we got to Germany on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right before our Essen, 2 days before Essen, and we were able to go around and visit Cologne as well, where we sample some of the good beer from Cologne and also go to the sightseeing. Right. So for today, for our drink, we're lucky enough to get you read that.
Gaffel?
Guffel. Okay.
Gaffel?
Guffel.
That's my best guess. It's
It's a Kolsch from the Cologne region. When we were there, we learned that Kolsch is the type of beer of the area of Cologne. And in Essen, it's Alt. Right? Is that?
Dusseldorf.
Oh, Dussel. There we go.
Yes,
Yeah. Because we did drink some of that as well. So today we are receiving our guest with a Kolsch from the area of Cologne, thanks to the German market here in the Northern Virginia area. So thank you. Cheers. Hold on a second. There we go.
For the games.
Yeah.
For the games.
Tastes like Germany.
Beautiful. Oh, that's nice and good.
And I think an interesting thing we learned on our tour of Cologne there is there's a rivalry between Dusseldorf and Cologne, and you can't get Kolsch in Dusseldorf, and you can't get Alt beer, which is Dusseldorf's beer, in Cologne, and none of the bars or anything will sell it
Right.
On either side because of the city to city
Right.
beer rivalry. So
Yeah, that was great. We got a little tour. Carlos, our tour guide, if you're watching, Carlos, thanks again. Gave us a lot of great information. Took us to a lot of good brewery places as well. And it was interesting too that as soon as you sat in any of the breweries, immediately you get beer.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And also, as soon as your glass runs out, you immediately get beer
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Unless you have the coaster on top, which we learned after a couple of refills that we just didn't know how they were sensing our minds. Like,
Just walked around with trays of beer and just
Yeah.
kept
The crane of beer, right?
just kept giving it.
Right. It was similar to going to like an all you can eat like Brazilian steak, right?
Yeah.
That's that.
All you can drink beer.
Yeah. And if you didn't know the protocol, they just kept bringing it, which was fantastic, I guess, until we had like 10 beers. Yeah, it's like they're little beers, but still, they're not light beers, I will say. So beautiful. All right, so with drink in hand, let's dig into our haul. So we'll talk a little bit about some of these games. We probably have
45, 50.
about 50 games here, so we're not going to go in depth on all of them, but we'll talk about each of them a little bit, and hopefully you guys get some information out of these games and see some of this we know are coming to the States as well. Okay, so Andrew, take it away.
all right, so I picked up mostly stuff that I didn't know about beforehand. There's really not a whole lot on my shopping list. One of my favorite things about Essen is just going, seeing stuff, trying it out. If you like it, you can buy it. Things you didn't even have on kind of like the pre-Essen top lists and stuff. So one of the things I had on the list was Battle of Hoth because I could get it signed there by the designers.
Right.
So that's one of the other things. It's like there's so many game designers and things there that collecting a signed copy is always nice. So I got that. We have.
You mind showing
yes.
about, and then we'll take it away.
Here, and there it says on the signature, "May the dice be with you."
Oh, that's cool.
Signed by the designer. Let's see. There's that.
Let's go ahead and take it out. As we show them, just move it out.
Oh yeah, off the table.
Off the table.
So we can clear some space.
Yeah. So people will see,
can
see everything.
This is Propeller Island, which we demoed. I really liked it.
We did, yeah. Queen's game,
yes,
right? Queen's game. We get to play that one.
So the other thing I do is always, is this coming out in the U.S.? If I can't get a signature, is it coming out in the U.S.? It didn't appear to be at least imminent here. So
right.
it's like, oh, I'll pick it up while it's there.
Yeah,
just in case.
Propeller Island is a engine building game.
Yes.
Right? You're building your little island with hex tiles. Each of those give you either a bonus or a new action you can do. It's very fun.
There's a shared pool of dice that everybody picks through in order, and then on you can see it here on you have hexes that have matching dice that they go on to.
Right.
So and you kind of build it up and
dice rolling action mechanism.
Kind of a little city builder / engine builder.
Yeah.
Which are both in my wheelhouse for stuff that I like. So I picked that one up. And the last big box here is an old one, but a really nice production of it, of modern art. And it comes with
just some of those components.
The
look at that.
The auctioneer's thing here. It comes with coins.
The best part, right?
Yeah,
these coins have Rainer Knienz's face on them in the coin, which is really cool, I think. So
for that alone,
classic game, but super nice production copy. So
for those of our audience that doesn't know, Modern Art is an auction game. You're buying and selling pieces of art. So it's kind of cool to have the gavel there.
Yes.
Yeah. Between the gavels and the coin, I thought about getting it myself because it's like, wow. And René Knizia is one of the most well-known designers in the world, certainly in Germany. And the fact that the coins have his face on it, that was so cool. Yeah. And things like that, you were talking a little bit about what to expect when you go to Essen. I think things like that is what makes Essen special. Could you buy that online? Very likely, right? But they have the booth, they have a display, you get to touch it, you get to, really experience the game before you decide to buy. And I don't know if there's any other convention in the world that has such a big footprint where you can do that.
Not where you can look and touch and play.
So many.
Basically everything that's out right now is there.
Right.
If you want to see it, if you want to see Kickstarters and things that are in pre-production, there's a lot of those there that you can go and be like, oh, these really cool components, good gameplay or whatever. So it's a nice for exploring things instead of just reading about them or watching them online. You can go and experience. So a lot of fun. Let's see here. What else I got here next? I have Insurrection here, which is from, where was this from? A Dutch company or
French?
Yes. And we demoed this.
Game of the Day? Game of something like that. What's it called?
Insurrection.
No. What's it called? The publisher.
Oh.
Game of the Day or something like that.
La Buite du Jour.
Du Jour.
So, yes,
the day. Something of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
So this one is neat, and there is essentially a good and a bad side that you can score on. And it's, I guess you could say, semi-cooperative.
It's tough to say
in the play, but you're competing.
Right,
so, everybody's cards are kind of contributing to who in the kingdom is getting power, and whoever's at the end, if it's on kind of like the evil or the good side, you can
Corruption.
right.
We
the
got
corrupt
2 games
side,
of corruption.
right. So that determines kind of how your cards score,
Right,
and they could be really good for you or really bad for you. So
And we got to try that one.
Yes.
As well. I think we all 3 of us really
Yeah,
liked it.
that was fun.
So we were happy to. That's one of us at least picked it up.
Happy that Andrew bought it.
There we go. Yeah. But I love too, in that one, you set up the cards, you make like a row of cards and your fellowship, it's moving, right?
Sure. Yeah,
From the first card to the next one. And it simulates that traveling through the different towns and collecting more people to your cause, right? But really it's just hand management, set collecting? Which one?
Set
is that?
collecting.
Set collecting.
Well, I mean,
well,
Do
not
they,
really
do
a
they,
set,
I forget now. Do they go to your
They
hand?
go
and
to
use
your
them again?
hand.
Okay.
But I think it's the stuff in the middle of the table. It really determines.
Whose side is
Right,
winning,
right.
whether
Yeah.
the evil
Right.
queen
Yeah.
or the insurrectionist. So yeah, no, interesting mechanisms for that card, which is essentially just a card game, light game. But yeah, and it has that push and pull that there's an element of bluff or hidden information, I guess.
yeah, which side you want to win?
Right, you don't want to tell, but you're collecting, but people see what you're kind of collecting and giving away. So, yeah, very, very cool game. Insurrection.
So then we got, let's see, I'll pick a couple of games here that I've been looking out for my kids too. So one is Storybox. This is like a little kind of storytelling game where you pull a bunch of cards. You then tell a story using those cards, and then the other players have to tell back that story to you and make sure that they hit all the cards that you used, and that's how you win. So it's kind of a
Sounds like Dixit.
Meaning it's a great game.
No.
Troy here
It's a fine-
maybe
it's an okay
doesn't like
game.
Dixit as
It's an-
much as
an
other
okay
people.
game.
that's
And this is
No,
from
it's-
Spiel, right? Or what was it?
Pegasus.
Pegasus Spiel,
Yeah.
right? Which had a huge booth in Essen. We also got to try Bomb Busters from them. We didn't get
Oh,
that
right.
one. Again, if you're gonna bring games from Essen, you're probably looking. At least we were looking for those games that are gonna be difficult to find here.
Right.
Bomb Busters is widely available in the United States. So yeah,
yeah. That's the one thing. Kind of always had the phone open, and it's like, okay, my criteria is is it available in the U.S. And then if it is there something else why I would want to get it here at Essen and take it back on the plane? And one of those is like, is the designer here to sign it? Maybe it's a lot cheaper or something too.
Right.
But there's a lot of discounts we got.
and
Oh, yeah.
that's another thing. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, yeah, it's like this one because I'll get some more of these big ones out of the
Yeah.
way. I mean,
Go ahead.
this is going to be available in the States. It's already available for pre-order. I could, have it as soon as it came out and whatnot.
What's it called?
But this is Druids of Adora.
From?
Adora. From Ravensburg or Aaliyah.
Designer.
Stefan Feld.
There we go.
Yeah. So I was going to get it. There's not really a question about that. But, it was available already, and then I could get it signed. So that was the bonus.
Yeah.
I could have waited an extra week or so, maybe saved a couple bucks, but still,
Yeah.
I got it signed. I got to meet Stefan Feld. What other reason do you need to go to Essen?
And,
Right.
we went and had dinner with him and stuff.
Afterwards, we had dinner with Stefan Feld. That's right. You want to tell?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Technically, we ate dinner
That's
at the
right.
same time
Yeah.
and same place
Feet away.
as,
Feet away.
as Stefan Feld.
The
It
great
just
Stefan
happened.
Feld.
He was at the different table.
With all the other
Maybe
people.
with this whole group. Yeah, like with.
But
He
we,
just-
we were eating at the same
We
time.
were there
We were,
first.
yeah.
We were there
so
first.
we had
and-
dinner with Stefan Feld.
Okay. Sure. Whatever.
That being said, that also speaks to some of the experiences you can have in all these big conventions, right? And not only Essen, but Essen absolutely, because you get access to all these German designers like Knizia, Stefan Fell. Who else was there?
I found out. I mean, I found out later that there were a
Friedman
lot of
Fries.
people there. Yeah,
Friedman
Friedman
Fries,
Fries. Yeah.
yeah.
That if I were to go back, or if I go back, or when I go back, whatever, I'll probably plan a little bit better for that because there are definitely some designers there that, or even just media person people that were there that I just didn't realize.
Dice Tower, for example.
Yeah, and we met his wife.
Rado.
No, we met Rado. Dave
Luza.
Dave Luza. Like I didn't know he was there, and I listened to his podcast, all the time. So I would have planned that better to meet some of the designers or meet some of the content creators a little bit more. I mean, we had a blast, and I got to see a whole ton of games. We got to talk to some great people doing interviews and stuff, and so it was a lot of fun. But next time, I think I want to add that to my radar of, oh, hey, these people are going to be there. Like let me see who's supposed to be here. Didn't even find out Rado was going to be there until the night before we were leaving. We were just like, oh my gosh, he's going to be, in Hall 8 at 3:30 or whatever it was. Like,
and we got to talking for a little bit. Had a great, fun conversation with him. We didn't get to have dinner with Rado.
No,
Stefan felt.
He's gonna send us a cease and desist letter about.
No. I will say that the interaction that we did have with him was really great. Really wonderful person. So
it was good. It was great. It was highlight of my trip.
Yeah.
Let's see. I also picked up this one. This is just the cover because it's heavy. Mainly because my criteria is slightly different. I don't necessarily look so much for what's not coming, although that is part of it. But I also look at games that, just a good value, good player count, time wise, piece, like how, what kind of components are in the box, things like that I'm always looking out for.
Troy has an equation.
Yeah, I got like a weight to cost ratio of what's the game worth there. But this one was on sale at Ravensburger. I was picking up the other one, and I looked it up real quick on BGG and read a little bit about it, and I was like, man, yeah, that looks like it could be fun, and bring it back. I knew I wasn't getting a lot of big games, so just seemed like Council of Shadows just seemed like it might be a fun one to bring back and try out. And all the components, even though the instructions are in German, all the components look like they're language independent. They just have symbols and things. So I was like, that should work out pretty good.
And again, that speaks back to all the stuff you get to see and touch. And you could see something like that online, maybe the theme, because certainly the theme speaks to me, right? And we know the publisher Aliyah and Ravensburger have a good track and all that kind of stuff. But when you actually pick that game, now what, like £5, something like that?
It was a heavy one.
And you're like, whoa, €10 for 5 pounds of components, right? I'm sure I can get my money's worth on a play of this, or two or three.
One or two plays, even if that. And then if the worst case scenario, it can go in the pieces box. And
there you go.
Not
for
that
the prototypes.
Yeah. And my last bigger one, totally another one of those. Just looked it up, looks like it's from a designer or company that you're a real big fan of.
Yeah, go ahead. It's Conclusion.
Conclulium. Urbis.
Concilium.
Urbis.
Yeah, Urbis. From
1 to 6 player.
Paraloco.
Yeah, Paraloco.
Yeah, which is I'm a big fan of them. You'll see a few of them in this table. Go ahead.
But that was another. Hey, it's on sale. It's 1 to 6 player, which is a good player count. 40 to 60 minutes. That's a medium game, especially for 6 players. Reviews looked good. Didn't really look too much into it, but we do know the company is. We have a lot of you picked up a bunch of them already, so it was like seemed like it was worth getting just to at least try it out and be able to play, especially for 6 people though, because anything over 4 that can do well at 5 or 6 and not be 2-3 hours long is a nice thing to have. So.
Right. Absolutely. I guess I'll go next to get rid of some of the big ones here. I'll start with this one. Just like Andrew, I also am in the lookout for games that I could play with the little ones. So this one, Captain Mimo for memory. So it's a memory game. This is published by Suck. Yeah. So Captain Mimo by Suck. They had a big presence in Essen as well. We picked up another one of their games.
I got a couple.
Before, but this one in particular, what it drew me was this cutlasses, right? This sword right in the middle. So it's a pretty big, about the size of the box, that goes right in the middle of the board. And as you are playing, the active player gets to decide where the little ship goes. We are all, as you can see by the picture, we are all pirates. Then I sat down, read the rules, saw a little bit of the play, and it turns out that you can grab the sword and mutineer. And I was like, yeah, I'm sold. I want that game, And we have all the memory games too. My kids love it. All three of them will be able to play them. So I was like, yeah, easy picked from.
Yeah, it seemed to be a little bit almost like a co-op memory game. It's like
Right.
You mutiny when you think the person's going to pick wrong, right?
Correct.
Like, so.
Yep. Yeah. No. Again, Captain Mimo from Suck. And March of the Ants Evolve. This is one that I've been looking at. I missed out on the Kickstarter, but all the reviews are fantastic. It's a 4X game. You're expanding, exploring, exterminating, and exploiting. And that's right. And met the designer there, got it signed as well by the designer, which is fantastic. And I was able to pick that up now that it's being delivered to the other backers. So again, something that I kind of missed in the Kickstarter, was able to pick it up over there. And this one we actually got to play as well.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was on my list too to pick up, and I was going to get it, but Ramon really wanted it. So.
Right. We actually struggle a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
do you want it? No, I want it. Yeah. And the thing with the bigger games too is like,
How much room?
Do we need 2 copies in
Right.
the group? And
that's the main issue is if you have 2 copies for what it is, probably like a 2-hour game. It says 60 to 90 minutes, probably.
That's about right. Yeah,
that's about right. Especially once you know the rules. How often is it going to hit the table, and do we really need 2 copies in the game group, right? But finally, I decided to get it. Really fun game. We played it that same night that we got it. We went back to the hotel, opened it in the lobby room, read the rules, and modeled through that first. So we absolutely have to play it again. March of the Ants. Oh, and self-publish. Weird City Games, and the designer who so graciously signed it for me, Tim Eisner and Ryan.
Swisher?
There we go, Swisher. Next big one. What I think arguably can be said the hottest ticket in Essen, Orloy. Again, in one of the top of the list for both Troy and I on our Essen preview. So Orloy, publisher Pedro Loco, designer Paloma, and Abraham. Was able to pick that up. This is one of the ones that I rushed to on the first day, probably. Oh, sorry. So I'll cut that out. Rush in the first day to get it. Probably made number 25 or number 30 in the line. By the time I picked up my game, there were probably another 200 people in line for it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that was something that I learned my first couple times at Essen is on the hotness games, you have to plan out which booth you're going to beeline to because they will go within minutes. Sometimes if you're not there by 10:05, you've missed your chance because there are enough people in line to sell out. So,
Yeah, I think they
that's
did.
what
Right?
I said. Everybody's got to divide up where they want to beeline on Thursday morning because.
They did sell out every day.
Well, right, they sold out. They sell out the first day and they just had pre-orders the next couple of days? I think was all.
No, I think so. They did have some issues with the distributor.
That's right.
With so they sold out everything they brought in the first day. There were people even coming in to pick up their pre-orders and couldn't even get them at the end of the first day. Second day, they actually got a few more copies, but I think by the end of the second day, they were completely out. Which great for them. Pedro Loco to me it's a great Spanish publisher, has been doing good stuff. So I'm so happy for them and for Paloma and Abraham, who so graciously agreed to give us an interview. So look out, again, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out when that comes out, the interview with the designers of the game, of Orloy. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we all picked up a copy of this. We even picked up an extra copy.
What is that?
So no idea. So really, this is the game that came in the Essen loot bag.
Loot bag, yeah.
So we all got a loot bag. We even picked one up for a friend who ordered a loot bag but wasn't able to make it.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Angela.
yeah. So technically, we have 4 copies of this, but I mean, it's a Friedman Freeze game, which
Well-known
most of his
designer.
well known. Most of his are pretty fun.
Yeah.
You know, so we have it. We have no real idea what it's going to be about. But still looking forward to playing it because like most of the other stuff that I've played. So we actually got to play a few of his games during Essen too, so that we hadn't seen before. So
we picked up one.
I picked up a couple,
right?
And we have a couple.
Yeah, we'll see them.
Probably if they make it here, we'll probably at least
most definitely,
Yeah.
most definitely. And we got to talk to him for a little bit too. Yeah. We took a shortcut to go somewhere. He was just out on a smoke break and just say hello, and he's like, "Look, just leave me alone." No. He was really gracious. And
I'll say the one of his that we played that we didn't get to bring back because we just ran out of space was the 5 family. Yeah. So we stopped by Queen. We were trying to get a playthrough of the Feld City games, but they were all packed up. We sat down and played the Propeller one. Yeah, we played that one, which was fun. Andrew got that. Then we sat down and played 5 Families.
Yeah, the 5 Families.
And we really enjoyed that too, but it was just a bigger game.
Yeah.
So just kind of wait. Hopefully it'll make it with Queen being Queen and Friedman Freeze. But we got
I would
two,
expect
two that we know.
It's a great
and the
game.
theme is definitely a U.S.
Italian mafia.
Game. So hopefully we'll see it and we'll get to play it again. It was fun.
I think so too.
That's like one of the few that we played
that we liked
and didn't get.
Yep.
So there's still a lot more though.
Yeah. Want to grab another one or?
Yeah. Let's see what else did I get here.
Sorry for the dog. It's a professional.
So this is another little small box I picked up. Came up this way this year, all aboard. So what this one does is you have several boats out here, and you're trying to get your animals onto the boat. And the boats are all shared. You can get 3 animals and a certain weight limit on the boat. And some of them are played face up, some of them are played face down, so you don't know exactly what you're getting. And a lot of the animals have special powers, like the mouse will scare an elephant, or the lion will eat the next biggest animal smaller than himself. And also, if you have a pair, everybody has the same starting deck, but if a pair goes onto a boat, they fall in love, and then they're immune from other powers, but they also can't use their own powers. So.
Because they're in the back of the boat.
Right.
No, with the other animals.
So, fun little game. We played it a couple times.
We did. You picked that one on the first day, right?
Yes.
Did you know of it, or how did you find out?
This was actually not at Spiel itself. This was at one of the local game stores.
We did visit a few before the Spiel. Yep.
And they had a Spiel preview table out at the front of their store. So I was looking through to see what was there, and this caught my eye, and it turned out to be a fun little game.
Really fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Veer's
one.
got a lot of great stuff.
The Veer does, yep.
And interestingly, we did not see it at Spiel itself.
So it showed up the last day.
Oh, did it finally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
almost bought it, but you have it. So
right.
Yeah.
There's that. Got a couple other cat games that I picked up for my daughter who loves cats. So this is like a little cat stacker, which it has a card of what the shape of the pile is supposed to be, and then you stack them up.
And they're all wooden pieces.
Right.
We picked that one the very last day.
Yep,
we were just
wooden
walking
cats.
by.
And this one is Cat Burglars, which is...
I almost got that one.
Yeah, it looks like a little, like, I guess, maze builder type thing, or you got to...
we saw it. It was on
something,
display on
right?
one of the tables.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked fun.
So those were those.
Troy, do you want to take with?
Yeah, I'll get a couple here.
Yeah,
so
yeah, so we can.
I think that one of the cool things that we got, we played a lot of the games that we picked up. You know, that good handful of them, maybe we at least got a walkthrough of how to play it. But we really got through a lot of these games, either getting a round or two in as a demo, getting a really good overview from the company, or just sitting down
A lot
and
of
playing
times from the designer.
Yeah,
themselves,
from the designer
right?
sometimes, or just sitting down and playing a whole game,
Right.
either
If
by
it's a short game,
ourselves
right.
or with somebody from the company teaching it. So like, man, I'm gonna butcher this one, but Munchin Drutchen. Yeah, yep, nope, I don't got it. Munchin Drutchen,
Yeah.
which is Muchin.
Yeah.
Druchen.
Like mosquito.
It's something. I
Drunken
think it's like
mosquito?
SWAT or something. We looked it up once, but
Yeah.
I mean, a Reiner Knizia.
Reiner Knizia,
I'd
well
say not
known
a
as
trick taking game. It's you're just
No.
laying cards out.
It is
It's
very
set
similar
collection.
to Taco Goat Pizza. I think it's
Taco Cat
his.
Gochi-
There
maybe.
you go. Yeah.
But you're flipping cards out, and at some point somebody slaps and takes the pile. But there's good cards and bad cards, so you kind of have to match cards together for them to score points, or negative cards getting negative points. So seemed
Only
fun.
the party game. Yeah.
Yep.
We got to play it.
We
Yeah.
got that one. I can't reach the one that we got when we got this, the
Arshmallows,
Arshmallow,
yeah.
which
We'll talk
I
about it.
don't even know how to describe that one.
That one is just like
Oh, that's right. This is like Scram.
Scram.
Kind of like Scram, only with
It's not in teams.
not in
Unlike
teams, and
Scram's
also
team
kind of
game.
kind of an exploding kittens after dark theme.
Yep.
Kind of that kind of similar art
The art is
style
very-
and
yep,
very
yeah.
little suggestive in the
Right.
artwork.
Right.
But Scram, yeah, where you're trying to get the lowest number of points. You keep going around and around trying to draw a card. Maybe it has a power. Maybe you want to add it face down or face up to your tableau in front of you, trying to get rid of cards and also get low numbers so that you can have the lowest points at the end of the game.
Right.
One. Another copy of Flip 7, although Flip 7 Deluxe was there. We didn't get it, but we got to see it nice and shiny.
Right.
But played Flip 7 against the Flip 7 demoer.
Right.
Got 7 cards, so won a copy of
So
Flip
hold on a
7.
second. So you won this game.
Yes.
Like free.
Free.
Right. Was this the first game that you won on the Spiel?
No. The first game that I won was
Patchwork.
Patchwork.
So by the way, certainly there are places, booths that you'll go, spin a wheel or play a little game or something, and we'll win something. None of us, other than Troy, won any major anything. Troy won.
Troy is the master of the fruit game.
See, let's show us
Not one, but 2 copies of Patchwork.
When was the first day? When was the last day? I was trying to get a bottle of their soda. They had cola that they were spinning the wheel for.
Yeah.
So the first day I won that, which I
Patchwork.
don't have that.
Yeah, but Uwe.
Yep. And then the last day I won that.
And the in between,
And
you
then
won
in
that.
between was that.
And that's not the only thing he won. I don't know if you want to go on. There we go.
well, we didn't
That
win.
was just a giveaway.
This was
right?
just a giveaway. Yeah, the first 2
Oh, I
days
see,
they
I
were
see.
giving away
Yeah.
just tons of these. Just
Okay.
the first, I don't know, 15 minutes every day before they ran out. You walked by their booth, they were essentially throwing Bluff It at you.
Yeah. Fun.
Which is a fun
Yeah.
trick-taking game where you everybody starts with the same cards, and you're bidding on you're not bidding, secretly bidding on the cards that are down on the table. High card wins. You get to take the card. But the thing that makes it a little bit different is the cards you use to bid are the cards that are being bid on next round, and the cards are worth their value for points. So you're going through the deck, and you kind of have an idea of what you've seen already. Oh, I've already seen 3 10s, so maybe there's no more 10s or whatever. So it's
Because you won the highest card at the end. Whoever has the highest
so you want the highest total at the end.
total.
But it's interesting that you're bidding on every round is the cards that were used to bid the previous round. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's fun and free.
Yeah, and free. They were just giving out tons of them. So I think we all got a copy.
We all did.
So.
Yeah. Graciously, Troy walked by every day and grabbed a copy for each of us.
Well, you guys ran to other places that you needed to get stuff early.
Yeah.
And grabbed a copy for you. Let's see. We got Peli Peli or
Peli
Pili
Peli.
Pili Pili.
Yeah.
Peli Peli. Which you got the first copy of in Spain.
Spain. Yeah, we did a quick stop, 24 hours in Madrid, visit a few friendly local stores, make some interviews again, subscribe so you don't miss on those. And I picked up a couple of Pili Pili on their suggestion.
And then I picked up a copy at
Nice,
Essen,
right.
and we picked up a copy for a friend too.
For Pete.
So-
And if you're listening, make sure you click like the video.
And he played it the other night. and
Oh, he
liked
did?
it. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
You
he
guys
was
already
there.
got together and
Yep.
played it. Nice.
So trick-taking game where the rule changes every round as to what kind of the goal is for or just how you take tricks or
Right.
what's going to happen. And one of the interesting twist on this, other than the rule changing, is that you're bidding on how many tricks you're going to take, but at the end, you're not allowed to have the bid equal the number of tricks in the round.
Right. Somebody's forced to get it
At
wrong.
least one person is going to get it wrong, and if whether you get it, if you get it wrong, whether it's above or below, you collect peppers for the difference. Once someone gets to 7 peppers, the person who has the lowest is the winner. So
Right.
that was cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. which we played this a couple times
Yeah. At Essen.
Yeah.
after at the hotel too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Pre-Essen pickup at, not
Was
sure
that
if
a
this was in,
Cologne
I don't know if it,
or Essen per se.
Dusseldorf or
Dusseldorf.
Cologne, one of the two. This is a fun one that I've played on BGA quite a few times. Usually the Australia version of it, but there's USA and Europe, and it's just haven't been able to find it in the US. Happened to be at one of the many stores that we went to, so it was nice to be able to grab it. We got to play it a couple times. It's a not a set collection, but it's a hand management set collection. You're trying to collect. There's a few different ways you score points, but it's a fun. You're not rolling right, flipping right too, because you are writing stuff on your
Right.
little piece of paper too as you travel the U.S., visit sites, for scenery and collecting things, and it's a fun game. It's also on BGA though.
Yep.
So
A
now
little
we
bit
can play
like
it on there too.
Trip to Japan or something to Japan. What's it called?
The Let's Go to Japan.
Let's Go to Japan. That game reminds me a little bit of Let's Go to Japan because you
collecting
are
the different
building,
icons and building it. Yeah,
it's a fun game as well. Yep. I'll continue from my list of games that I really wanted to get in Essen. Alice Through the Looking Glass, a flipped and write game. Beautiful box. This company, I can't. Where is it?
the bottom.
Bottom? No, it doesn't say. Do you?
Okay.
It's a French company. I don't know. Do you see?
Nah.
Okay.
That's all right.
It's all in French anyways. Anyway, beautiful game. We actually got to play it afterwards at night. We opened it. Simple game in the fact you are flipping cards and putting those Tetris shapes on your score sheet. The unique thing is whenever you cross a glass, you flip the sheet and you are in a different place of Wonderland. And then you start collecting things. And then at the end of the game, you actually fold the sheet, and your scoring is really dependent on what you did on the one side and what you did on the other side. So you can't really actually, if you want to score the best, you really want to try to move through the glass a couple of times. So it's very, very fun, very new and interesting, and the art is beautiful. So Alice Through the Looking Glass. I'll continue over here. Alebrijes. This one, in my list, I had Feya's Swamp, the newest game by the same designers of Terra Mystica. And it was published by this company, Fractal Juegos. By the time we made it to their booth, which is probably the second or the third day, they had already sold out of Feya's Swamp, which is great for them. It's a small company from Chile. So I'm so happy that they picked up a game that it's putting them on the map. But I also saw this one that has the axolotls, which is something that my wife really loved. Axolotls. It's a little trick-taking game. They explain it. We didn't get to play it, but they explained it to us. It's a little trick-taking game with a bit of a twist. And so between the theme and the fact that it's a trick-taking game, which I love, I picked it up, Alebrijes. And I'm going to be looking out for Feya's Swamp. They confirmed that it is coming out to the States. Some other company picked it up for their localization into the States. So there we go. I'll do this one more. Pocket, Magic Maze Pocket. So this is just a condensed version of Magic Maze. If you ever play Magic Maze, it is a real-time cooperative game. So right there, that tells you that I'm going to enjoy it right away because I love those games. In the normal game, you have sound timers. This one uses the app, so you don't need a sound timer in here. It's just cards and the little pieces that you move. We actually got to play this one at a restaurant after Essen the same day that we played it, and they loved it. It was fantastic.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Sometimes
I'm sure you have other people that would love to play.
you just sometimes when you're playing with people, they're a little bit older. They get distracted a little bit. You don't know what.
In the original game, you had this big red pawn that you're supposed to pass it along to let people know that they need to do something. I love how they changed the rules here because they don't have that piece. It says stare intensely.
And you can tap
or tap, yeah. Anyway, this is also
It was
coming to
fun.
this day. It is fun, nice game that you can carry with you all the time. It's
Yeah.
co-op because it's real time. It has that tension that I really love in games. But yeah,
I got a couple real time games I have to bring by. We
Okay.
don't play them too much. You love
right.
them. You got a ton of them.
I do like them. Go ahead.
Stress management game.
That's tension.
Yeah. Let's see. Movie Tricks. We didn't get to play this one.
We did not,
But we
no.
did get kind of a quick walkthrough of it. But it's a trick-taking game where you're making a movie. And just the theme, and I like trick-taking games. They do pretty well with our group, so I picked it up. I mean, there's some they talked about the different ways you can score, and it just seemed like it'd be fun. So this was a last day. There was a little bit of room left in the bag to come home. There's a couple games that I picked up like that. I pre-packed on Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah. See how much space I had left. I was like, I can probably get 3 or 4 more small box games in there. So as I was walking around on Sunday, I was like, what's small, looks good, will probably be fun for the group. I grabbed it. So don't really know a whole lot more than that, only that's what it's about.
And you have seen it before, right?
I'd seen it at Essen. I hadn't seen it anywhere else.
No, that's what I meant. That
Oh, yeah,
it
I'd
caught
walked by
your
it a few
eye
times.
through the theme or
Yeah,
something.
the theme. I mean, just
And then,
movie
'cause
tricks.
I remember you saying, "Hey, I wanna
Check that out,
Check
yeah.
that out." Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love movies and I love trick-taking games. So it was, and they described it to us and kind of, we got a pretty good overview.
Oh, yeah,
So I think
absolutely.
it was enough to feel like it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, and there's always room for small boxes because you got those jacket pockets. Which last year I came back with the carry-on, the personal items stuff to the exact dimensions,
And weight.
and then my jacket pockets had I think probably a good 20 small box games
Wow.
in various pockets around. So there's always room for this.
A lot of good stuff.
I got another one. I got a bunch of these small box. That's what I picked most up.
Right.
This was a ton of little small box games. Up or down.
Yeah.
We played this one. I did a quick read through the rules while we were there, but didn't even get to play it or have anybody tell us about it. But I read through the rules because they're small. It's
Right.
just quick rules.
We watched it being played a little bit.
Watched being played a little bit, but yeah, it's a very quiet game. You're not
Right.
really doing it's not completely solo because you definitely have to
No.
look at the cards that are going out there. But basically, you're setting up 3 columns of cards, either going ascending or descending, depending on how you pick up the cards. And as new cards come out onto the board, they have to go in order.
Right.
And the card that's played out on the board, you have to pick up one of the 2 cards that are next to it. So you kind of have to plan that as to, okay, well, I don't need this card, but I want this one over here. And you're just trying to make your columns, your elevator, going either up or down, and then scoring at the end. The one thing that I did like was if you can't use cards and you have to discard and start a new row, you don't lose those cards. They still get you a point. So you have your own little discard pile of cards that you weren't able to continue using, and they're not just gone. So you get something out of it. So you didn't build something for half the game and then have to cut it,
Right.
and now it's nothing.
Right.
So
You get something for it.
It-
You just not get the multiplier.
yeah, we played this at the hotel.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun,
Yeah.
quick, easy. Says 30 minutes. Like I said, 1 page of rules. I think I read the whole thing in a few
Right.
minutes, and we played. So nice little game.
Okay. So Poker a Voces, another game by Pedro Loco, certainly in my list of Essen 2 pickup games by Flipper and Dan and Choose, which is the owner also of the Pedro Loco publisher. A great, fun poker version, right? So we played the game, we liked it a lot. So that I think opened the door for us to try a few of these other like poker inspired games. This is fun. What you do, you play 3 different rounds, and on every round you get handed 5 cards. So you're trying to do the best 5 card poker hand, right? There are some special rules, some special cards that you can add in. But the new thing of it is that there is a auction bidding.
Trading.
Trading, that's
Yeah.
it. There's a trading phase in which you're literally just take 2 cards and say 2 cards. Who wants to trade me 2 cards? And that happens for until 2 players have decided to stop. Like at some point you're happy with what you got, you stop, and go ahead.
So that happens until 2 players have kept 3 hands.
Oh, right.
Right. So
You're building the
so everybody
three
gets
hands
everybody
at the
gets
same
5
time.
cards. You pass cards around. You're passing them back and forth until you have a hand that you like. You have a hand you like. You put it down. You draw 5 more cards, and you just continue that trading until you have a second hand. You put them down. Third hand, you put it down. You're done.
Right.
But the round ends immediately when the second person has 3 hands they've put down, and then everybody's just stuck with whatever they have.
Yeah, and if you don't have your third pile, you just draw 5 random cards.
So if you happen
which I
to
found out
still-
the first time because
Yeah.
I was still working on hand 1 and everybody else is done. It's like, oh wait,
That's great. I loved it. So yeah, if you're still working on a
still beat
hand,
Troy though.
Yeah.
yeah, that one, yeah,
You
no, that time you did too. I know, it was
And-
great. And so then there's a bidding phase.
There's a bidding phase
after that, which is really hard to describe without actually doing it.
Right.
But you bid on your hands, and you can just fold. You still get some money if you fold, which is kind of and then at the end, it's just whoever won the hand gets the pot. Whoever has the most money wins.
Correct.
But that whole the
The trading and the bidding, both of them are very interesting.
The bidding
way
is
they work
unique
together.
as well.
Basically a predetermined bid. You have like 3 piles,
Right.
and you bid one of those piles, but they're preset.
Right.
So.
But you can't to some
'cause
extent.
you put those on. You take a pile. And
You
put
don't take
one
the
on
whole
each.
pile.
Right, but you can't like just bid from all your chips.
Right.
No.
No.
Right.
It's like you have a certain selection to go from, and
And that's very clever the way because
Yep.
there's one pile that has some zeros and there's another pile that has a lot more money on it. So by choosing which pile to choose from, you're telling the rest of the people,
Which hand you think is the best.
right.
Or,
And you go
or
in
at
order.
least you want to pretend is the best.
Right.
If you can remember what your hands even
That's
were,
the
because that
one
happened
thing.
a lot
It's so
too.
manic. Yeah.
that got me a couple times. I was thinking, oh, hand 2 was the one I had the really good, and it was like you're flipping them, you're all excited, and it's like, wait a minute, it was the other one.
I folded on my best hand one time. It's like, oh no. Fun. So much fun. We got to play this with Amy and Brian from 2 friends of the pod that no longer live in Virginia and haven't for a long time, but contact us and say, hey, we want to meet you guys. We want to hang out in Essen because they were there as well. And we did. So one night we got to hang out at the hotel with them. So that was so much fun. Thank you, Amy and Brian, for joining us at Essen as well. All right.
That should be fun. You want your penguin kaboom?
Sure, let's go Perro Loco. Let's continue with the Perro Loco. Another one from Perro Loco, Penguin Kaboom, also by Choose, and Ima Gallardo and Alberto Milan, art by Choose. This is a sort of continuation from Penguin Airlines. It's the same theme, really the same universe. But now instead of being pilots in an airplane or traffic control, you are part of the bomb squad, and you're going to be disabling a bomb. It uses an app. I thought it was very clever the way that it tells you to put the phone in the middle, and then the different pieces of it they are arranged around the phone. It has dice, so you're rolling dice on your turn, and you see the timer, and then you go on and on. And so every player is co-op, so everybody has a certain amount of time, and once you do something, I can't remember what it is, you once you're done and cannot do any more actions, you kind of pass it to the next person, and then their clock. But it chooses the next person that has the most time, right? So it's not, the turn sequence is not determined, which is kind of interesting as well.
And I think one of the dice rolls, or one of the faces, is give more time to somebody.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you take it, it adds to the
Lowest.
person of the lowest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think the hardest part about that one was just identifying whose turn it was.
Right.
But I saw him playing with, demoing it with
A bigger
an iPad,
iPad,
or a tablet of some kind. And I think that would, if you have one that you can use for that, I think that would make it a little bit better.
Right.
Just to make it easier for everyone to see the colors of what's on the screen to let them know, oh, it's my turn. I need to go. But it was a lot of fun. But you love those real time games.
I do.
Anything that says stress, Ramon's gonna buy it.
Boom. Insta buy. All right, you guys go ahead.
all right.
Are we gonna do these
No, I'm just
ones?
gonna pass them around.
Okay.
So you,
I got a couple of the last ones I picked up here. So this I bought at one of the local game stores. It's actually not new. I think it's about 10 years old, but it looked interesting. I always like to support the local stores when we go into them and try to buy something from them. So this is called Chip It, a little small box game. Haven't tried it yet. Hopefully it's fun. And
from Amiga, I mean
Yes.
it's a well-known publisher. Hopefully, I'm sure.
They have lots of games.
so next up here is Taco Loco, which we demoed. And as we were playing the demo and they're explaining the rules, we noticed it was essentially the exact same game as
It
This
goes to
11,
Yeah.
which is a game I love, which I didn't have. I wanted to pick it up at some point. So the taco retheme is really nice, and I decided to grab that. So now I have a copy of the game with a taco theme, which is it's always good.
And I also bought Taco Loco, even though
Me
I
too.
already have.
I didn't get Taco Loco.
Yeah, you didn't already have it, but it is the same game.
It
And
is the same
we were confused.
designer.
Right?
Yeah.
We were wondering at first, like,
Yeah, because
this
it's
is weird.
not.
This is
We looked at BGG. It
Yeah.
doesn't show to be a re-implementation of.
right.
So it's like that kind of got us a little suspicious, like what's going on here. But then you did the research.
Yeah, and it looked like it's the same design team
Right.
or designers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, because otherwise, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
not good.
Right.
But
So next up, Jungo. So this is a neat little one where you have to keep your hand in the same order it was dealt, and then I guess it's not really a trick, but it keeps going around, and if you can play higher, either a higher number or more cards, like a pair or a triplet or whatever, and it keeps going up until somebody can't play. And when you win the trick, you can either discard those cards or you can put them in your hand wherever you want. So sometimes it behooves you to grab a card and make a pair or something so that you can beat the next hand that comes around, or put out something so high that no one can beat it and you can go out. And you're trying to get rid of your cards. So pretty cool concept. I liked it. We played it a few times after Spiel during,
We went
waiting for
to
dinners and things like that.
dinner.
Right.
Yeah, we went to dinner with Dan from
Yes.
Fredericksburg, the gaming group. So Dan, if you're listening, give us a like.
and he taught us.
And he actually taught us because he knew the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Another one of those like very serendipitous meet. Literally, I was running to get a game that I didn't get because it was sold out. And walked by Dan. I was like, "What, Dan? What? I didn't even know you were here." So, and we get to hang out.
Yeah, you see a lot of people at the fair.
Yeah.
Both kind of your designers and famous people, and also just friends and things you didn't know or from the past that you just run into.
Right.
So, and my final one.
And this is one of three. Go ahead
Yes.
and show
So,
all three.
This, these are all from the same company that we
Wolf
demoed.
Horn.
So we have Medievalons, Loaf, and Goblin Laundry. We demoed all these, met the designers of all of them, and got signatures.
And interviews. So subscribe
right.
so you don't miss on those.
This was probably my favorite find of the fair, which is called Medievalons. And it is a really fun interactive game where you're trying to make guilds of there's several different types of characters, and they each have a power. There's like knights and witches and merchants and artisans, and each of them either does something when you put down the guild, which is 3 of a kind or more, or you can discard one of the cards for kind of like a one-time use of that power. And super fun, lots of interaction. There's all kinds of backstabbing, and stealing, and whatever medieval shenanigans are going on, and lots of fun. Probably my favorite little small box game of the fair. So
I will say that when I played that one, I was super tired. I think it was the end of the first day or maybe the end of the second.
Yeah.
I really just didn't get it. I was like, "Why?" You both loved it.
That was great.
And
I loved it.
I was like, I was still trying to read the different powers. Like, I don't get it. It's so tough. But after playing it, when we played it the next day that you guys bought it and we played it in the hotel, I was like, oh yeah, that's fun. Like, I really like it.
Yep. And it comes up with a nice little
Cheat sheet.
cheat sheet
Yeah.
that tells you all the powers. So super simple. There's probably a dozen powers in there, so it looks a little daunting at first, but it actually each thing only does one thing. So it's a simple thing. It's easy to get together. So it's a little Dutch company.
And the designer is also the artist.
Yes,
which is really the art there too.
Signed
really nice.
and drew little pictures inside the box for us. So a lot of fun. I'll pass these on to you guys.
You do that one.
I'll do love.
Yeah. So Goblin Laundromat, that was the second one. You're goblins.
Yeah.
And you have a laundromat, and you want to only clean certain types of stains.
You only know how to.
You only know how to clean certain types of stains
stains
based on a card that you have. The rounds change how many items you can clean and what types of things you can clean. And
so it's a little
drafting.
Luck.
Yeah, drafting because you're picking cards, and then you got to shuffle up. You're picking cards, pick cards. And then you shuffle them up, and you got to push your luck because you flip cards over, and you're like, well, I can only clean 3 of this stain, and I've already got 2. Do I keep going to see if I can get a card, that has a different kind of stain? That means I can't do it. And it was fun. It was cute. Cute artwork. We played a couple of rounds. I think he kind of cut. The designer taught us the game. I think he cut out a couple of things.
Yeah.
Just to make it go a little bit faster.
Like 3,
I don't know how many rounds you're supposed to play, but we played like 3, and it was fun.
It was fun. I already
knew I was getting medieval ons and probably Loaf too. So I was like, it came as a trio, which I think was one of the great things about about Essen was how there were just a lot of opportunities to get bundles or deals on games. We a couple of them where we got like, get 4 games and get something off, or get a free game, or get this or get that or whatever. So it's kind of nice to get a couple extra games in there and not have to spend quite as much. Which we got a lot of games.
We did. So the last of the 3 that we got, Loaf from Bart. And Bart is also the designer of one of my favorite games, Babel, a game that nobody else in this group shared the love of.
Loaf is a lot better.
Loaf is a great game. Unlike Babel, there is some tension. There's a lot of tension, actually.
Did you just hear that? He said Loaf is a great game, unlike Babel.
Unlike Babel, they like it. And I like it too. In Love, you are a baker, but you are a lazy baker. So there is this track of reputation. You can have positive reputation or bad reputation depending on how much of a lazy worker you are. At the end of the game, you get fired if you have bad reputation. So you want to end.
I think that's only if you failed the missions, because you can either fail or succeed.
Right.
I think you only get fired if you overall your team of bakers overall.
Because it's semi-co-op.
Another one, like that semi-co-op. It's like co-op, but you're still competing. There's a team effort that you need to achieve for the mission. But
and the way it works is with cards. You have cards at a certain value. You need to meet a particular value to succeed on a mission. You play 5 missions, but you want to your score at the end is the total value of cards that you have left in your hand. So you want to use the least amount of effort to do the missions, and some you kind of throw off. It's fun, a lot of tension, lovely game by Bart. So
positive reputation gets you some points too.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah,
it was good.
It was great.
And I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about it in one of the other videos, and we talked to him about Babel because I did. And I mentioned it.
Right.
It's a frustrating game at times, and asked him for any pointers.
Right.
And he did say that writing something down if you need to you can do that. And I feel like I'm willing to give Babel another shot, knowing that the designer said I can write a few little things down. So that
because I don't think that's explicitly in the rules.
It's not.
So you kind of assumes like we're probably not supposed to do that, but
right.
I would maybe give it another shot. Try and write things down.
Yeah.
And you just can't share it.
Correct. Whatever you write is on your own, right? It's it was such a great thing to talk to Bart about Babel and Loaf. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting too when we were talking to him, and we expressed the frustration that we had, because even myself, even though I love the simulation of language, we've never won it at all. So it's like, hey, Bart, we've never won this game. What are we doing wrong? And he kind of said, no, that's about right. Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be frustrated
You said, trying to basically like trying to work with just the person kind of sound
to your
to your like to your left, to your right. I can't quite remember. We'd have to play it again. I might,
Right.
But yeah, like not really focusing as much on some of the other people, trying to focus more on what you're going to know the longest.
Right.
Is kind of what he was saying,
Right.
and being able to write stuff down.
and he actually said there's a cheat sheet on BGG,
or BGG.
printed out. You said it's fine.
Yep.
So,
So
yeah.
that was good.
But it was great. So we picked all those 3 from Wolfhorn. Great little
Yeah.
publisher. All their games come in about the same size. They have like a similar art feel to it. Lovely, lovely, and great designers too. Very welcoming. Let us interview some of them as well. So
And I don't think they're published in the U.S. yet.
I don't
right?
think so
Right.
either. I've not
that's
seen Babel
basically,
anywhere, even though
the
it's a
only-
great
only
game.
where we can get them is bringing them back. So
All right. Well, I was just going to go through some more. We got Friedman Freeze game.
right?
This is the new one, I think, for this year, or a new one, maybe not the new one, but a new one. Fearless, your
Trick taking game.
trick
again?
taking game.
Trick
You got-
taking game everywhere.
Yeah, ghosts or your little tokens
You're
moving
right.
back and forth. You can get negative or positive, and a lot of fun. We only played a little bit of this one, so I
Right.
figured I was going to pick it up anyway, so we didn't play through a whole lot, but picked up that one and
The pickle game.
yeah, and 5 cucumbers, which is also a trick taking game. Right, you put your
Yeah.
numbers down.
Yeah.
Little bit different because if you have to play a card that's higher, and if you can't, you have to play your lowest card, and the goal is to not win the last trick. So if you can't beat what someone played, you got to get rid of your low cards, which would help you at the end of the round. And so a little bit of that, but we kind of modified the rules a little bit because it's whoever loses the round, they collect some pickles based on the card that was played, and then it's player elimination. So if you're playing with a group and one person goes out, then they just sit. Because I think I went out like second round the first time we played this. So I was just sitting there, and we kind of changed it to just once one person goes out, everybody else
That's
wins,
it. Yeah.
and then we start over, and we had fun. I think for us
Right.
and probably for our group, that'll make it a little bit more fun. You do get, the best part of the game. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
There we go. The best part of the game is you got a bunch of little wooden pickles.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and I think our house rule is going to make it something that we'll probably play a little bit
More
more,
often.
'cause
Yep.
especially with 6 players,
Right.
you got to wait for player elimination. I just think that's not going to hit the table. But
yeah, even if it's 10, 15 minutes, that's like
yeah,
somebody sitting there doing nothing. So.
but first person out loses. I'm fine with that. Even if it's me, I don't mind losing, and then we can start over or play something else. I think that'll get played a little bit. Let's see. Shadow Cards by Amigo. This one we did play through. I don't know if we played. I think we played the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I think we played twice
Yeah.
with Brian and Amy.
Yep. Trick taking game again. Unique little thing about this is you use the cards that are in your hand to make your bid on how many points you're going to score. You
It's
pick
it's points, not
points,
actual
and you
tricks. Yeah.
pick one of the cards from the trick that you win to be your points. It's best if you can get your points exactly, but going over or under, there's some ways that you'll get points as well. And it's not the card that you won with that's your points. You get to pick one from the stack. So that's gives you a little more flexibility on how to get that exact number of points. Otherwise, it'd be really hard.
Really fun. I'm glad you
Yeah,
picked it
that
up.
was fun. Let's see. Yeah, you can do that one. I don't know. We got to pass some more over here. I'll go over these two if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Scoop me a Beastie Bar down on that one right there. Yep.
Is that one? Yeah.
Yep. So these ones were pre-packs pickup. This one is one that I've been looking for a number of years now because this is kind of the third version or standalone expansion of Beastie Bar, and this one's a relatively new one that I didn't even find out was out until we were there. But I've been looking for the third one. I've got the other 2 Beastie Bars. They're fun little game animals with powers trying to get into the bar, kind of guillotine-like. So I'm excited. I was excited to pick that up and the new one. So grab those both pre-Essen, but still there in Germany from Zoc.
And you found that on the store that Carlos took us to.
One of the the last one.
The last one.
No,
yeah. No?
was it the last one?
I thought so.
I don't know. Either way, we found it. We definitely found it in Germany, and I haven't been able to find it here. So I was excited to get.
Which is
those.
another thing about traveling and hitting those friendly local stores and talking to the locals, right? You're able to dig in places where you like Troy here. He's been looking for that one. not being able to find it. There's just more availability of games, especially in Germany, and managing to find a game that you've been looking for years. That's wonderful.
Yeah. You don't have any more, do you?
No.
All right. Well,
Part of my job was encouraging these guys to
You
be
did
the
your
ones
job.
to buy the game.
There was a lot of positive peer pressure.
start passing them down over here. You got a bunch to go through.
I do. Excellent. So I'll the guest from the Veer. This one we didn't actually play. This is a hidden trader game that I think is 5 to 12, 6 to 12. 6 to 12. So we didn't even have a group to play it. But my oldest son loved this hidden trader games. So I figure the Veer, I know the Veer is a great company. It's a little card game. Everything is in here. So hey, how can we go wrong? And it was like 10 euros as well, right? So I picked it up, the guest hidden trader game. We'll try this one with Daniel and see how he likes it in the next game night. Pre-Essen pickup, Yum Yum Trouble Gum from Lucy Goosey. This one, again, we were in Dusseldorf. We were in Dusseldorf. We hit one of the friendly local game stores over there. Got to talk to the guy in the counter and ask him, hey, do you recommend any one game that is locally produced, right? And he said, actually, the owner of the store is also the owner of the Lucy Goosey publisher. So this is one of his games. It is, it's a card shedding game, right? You want to get rid of your cards, right? The theme is we're all criminals robbing a bank. And there are two separate piles in which you can discard your cards. And what you're trying to do is set the scene for the heist. So you need a banana and a cherry, like explosive cherry and a banana. So as long as enough people discard those cards, then you can discard the heist card and the heist starts. And there are these wooden pieces that you pass around like the police is chasing you. Mm-hmm. And you can then discard other cards to pass that blue wooden piece. Whoever gets stuck with it loses, hot potato style. And then if that happens to you twice, you lose the game. And that's it, right? One loser, everybody's winner. Fun little game. It's played it. And we stopped to get a couple of beers afterwards in one of the local breweries there in Dusseldorf and played it there. Yeah. I thought it was fun. Yeah.
You have the cops and getaway cars and everything.
Yeah, the theme is fun. I like the silly art as well.
And we saw them at Essen too.
We did. Lucy Goosey was certainly in Essen. Bandida. This one I played the male version of it, Bandido, in BGA first. Mm-hmm. Then I actually played it with Saida, my wife, at Awesome Com, the card version. She liked it a lot. I like it already. And she said, pick it up. They didn't have any copies. So I think they're a little bit difficult to find, especially the Bandida one here in the US. Maybe not. But saw it there, less than 10 euros, a game that I know I love. And my wife also likes to play, so I picked it up. And Troy, the same company.
Oh My Socks, which is it's just a silly, fun game. Yeah. And I love the one of the things that I really like, and I think Bandito might be the same as the cards. Yep. They're just like same this size. Unique size. They're fun. Nice small box game. But this one's about collecting socks, and you want pairs of socks because we all lose.
What good is one sock?
What good is one sock, or what is it good as an odd number of socks? And you're always losing a sock in the laundry and whatnot. And I mean, it's a so simple game, and that's I think I taught this the other night, and it's just like you draw two cards. The cards have an arrow on them, so you keep one, and the other card goes to whichever way it's pointing, to your left or your right, and you're trying to get an even number of the different colors of socks. At the end of the game, once the laundry machine card comes up, that's the end. You count up your even numbers with stars that are on them. Those are your points. There's a couple of special powers where you can rescue a lone sock in somebody else's pile. So you can't rescue a sock that's part of any set, but you can rescue that lone sock that they have. Or you can give a gift, because socks are given as gifts, so it's kind of clever. And you take one face down from the draw pile and put it in front of anybody, including yourself. And at the end of the game, it's revealed, which can be devastating to your score if it makes one of your piles odd now, because no one wants an odd number of socks. It's a light, easy, super fun. No teach in 30 seconds. Just sit down and start playing. I like it. It's fun.
I will say that that's the one game that I kind of regret not getting. I should have got a copy, but I did get a pair of socks.
Yes, you did.
They were
You
selling
got- that's
socks
right, you
with
got the
them.
socks.
Yeah,
Mr.
discounted.
Meeples.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tacta. This is just a promo edition of a game that's actually already out in the States. The way it was described, and I have Tacta. We've played it. We played it. It was a little while ago. I think we only played it like once or twice. But it's a fun little puzzly strategy type card game. You're laying cards down, covering other people's cards, trying to get points. The way that they described this was that this is a 2-player version, and it can be added to the base game to give you basically now you have more players that you can do with the base game. So just a little promo they had there. Got it. Add it to my copy that I already have. That should be fun. It's I've seen a lot about. I do own it. We've only played it like once or twice, like I said, but I've seen a lot of love for it on popping up on social media. It's just kind of a fun game to play. There's the same people who did Flip 7 last year.
Oh.
So this is kind of their one of their
yep.
new.
That was a fun one. So.
Yeah. So
Cool.
let's see. Loading was a bargain bin purchase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even remember seeing that.
No, it was in a bin. As I think I was walking around waiting for you guys or something. But €3, 2 to 7 players, 15 minutes. I just like, yeah, okay, fine. I'm not even gonna lie. This one, granted, I liked the art. It was
Yeah,
cute
it
little,
looks fun.
cute little thing. I think it's about like your loading time, loading screen type of thing, which computery like
interesting
type.
computer.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, fine, yeah, loading screens. Those are always deceptive, but I wonder if the game will be. But
Right.
it's €3. I was like, yeah, all right, you got me. You got me on the price. Let's see, what's this? This is a great one.
Yep.
I have no idea how to pronounce it in German.
Right. Actually, I was curious about that.
Abgestabet? I don't know. How do you pronounce it in Spanish?
Pelusa.
So it's the same game, different, same art.
Yep.
You picked it up in Spain.
Spain, Madrid.
We played it on the airplane
We did.
half dozen times.
Yeah.
This is a great fun little game.
At the
Dust
hotel.
and at the hotel. We played it at our game night last night or a couple nights ago. We played it as well. Another super simple, easy to learn, quick, fun little card game. But you picked it up in Spain. There is an English version, but I don't think it's actually released in the US. I'm not 100% sure, but I had to get it because it's a ton of fun. There's a big pile of cards in the middle. They're numbered 1 to 10. You're flipping cards over. Once you have 3 cards in front of you, if you draw a card that matches a number you have, you bust. It's a little push your luck. But anytime you draw a card and other players have that number, you can steal it from them. If the cards get back around to you and it's your turn, any cards that are still in front of you, those are your points. And you just keep going until the pile of cards in the middle is done. I think that making it a pile of cards instead of just drawing from the top card is probably where this one, it just makes it a little more fun, even though it's still just random. Having it be a pile instead of just draw the top card. There's a lot of those.
You get the feeling of like agency.
Yeah, you feel like you got a little bit of control, even though you don't. I think if it were just a pile, I might not have actually bought it. Just a stack, I might not have bought it. I think
But
that
the art
just adds
is
to the fun.
really nice,
The
too.
art is cute.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes.
I already played.
Having a big stack of cards going around and keep getting stealing.
Yeah.
And then it
The
gets to your turn.
stealing
It's
part
like,
is also fun.
do I just want to bust out so no
Yep.
one can take this stack?
Right.
Because
Yeah. And this
yeah.
is Reni Knizia
Yep.
too.
Oh, yeah.
A
Yep.
little game. Honestly, like I know the English one after you did the research on it. But I didn't even know that it existed. I mean, he has so many games, but
And yeah.
fun game. I already played with Adrian as well. Loved it. So
Yeah, and there's a second version of it.
Uh-huh.
And then
Extreme.
extreme. So if I do see that, I'll probably pick it up just to kind of see what the difference is too, and maybe be able to get that English version. It's got a Western theme.
Yep.
or maybe I'll pick it up
There you go.
since I don't have a copy.
Right.
Yeah,
You need a copy. That one you can buy because you'll play it with Luna and your
Yeah.
kids. So yeah.
No, that's a great one. I'd recommend it.
Let's go with ticket. Winning ticket. It's in French. That's why I couldn't read it. Winning ticket, a horse racing game. Also, not a new game. I think it came out 2023 or 2024. So not a new game. Again, one of the things that my highlight of and we'll go around, but certainly one of my highlights of the fair is talking to people, meeting new friends. And this was actually all new friends, the guys from Shut Up and Sit Down. I got to see them, and I've seen them before and talked to them before, but I just love shooting, talking to them and shooting the breeze and asking them, hey, is there any one game that I should be picking up? And they said, well, we don't know any one game that we'll like recommend, but this one game we played, and after we played, we continuously thought about it. So that's like a mark of a new game, of a good game. The fact that it stays with you after you played it, right? So they say winning ticket. It's a horse racing game. You play cars, and the interesting part of this game is that when you play the car tells you how to move the horse, but you can play it in any orientation you want. So the horse could move back or could move forward or to the left or to the side. So that was kind of fun. And then you get to bid. We did meet the designer of the game, who's also the owner of the company, and he signed it for me as well. So it's a signed copy of the game. Great guy. His daughter is a jockey, professional jockey. And that's how he got into the horse races and stuff like that. So the story is very interesting. We got to play it maybe like 2 rounds. Actually, a full game, because it's a short game.
I can't remember. Wait, no, we played it for sure.
Yeah.
I just don't remember how much of it we played.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just so many games. We're just
Right. Yeah.
You know, once you got an idea, like you could play the whole thing, or you could just, all right, I got the idea. I know I like it. Maybe I'll buy it now or later. Let's go check some other ones out. You know,
there's only so many hours.
I know enough about this game to know that I like it or that I don't, depending on what it is.
Right.
Like, all right, like, well,
yeah. So it came
birthday.
highly regarded. Anyway, winning ticket.
The interesting part I thought about this game too is it's not like a lot of racing games where you have a track and you're going onto a finish line. It's almost like you're watching the race from like the camera that's going along the track or something, and seeing the horses change positions.
Interesting, yeah.
Because there's no finish line to cross. It's like when it's over, it's like, okay, who was in the
furthest,
the furthest in the lead. So the horses are going back and forth and stuff instead of like around the track.
Right.
So,
Right. Left and right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Left, right, up, down. There's cards in there that position the horse relative to another horse.
Right.
So it's like if you have the 5 and the 1, do you want it to be
next to the
one
5,
in front of the 5, or behind, or beside?
Yeah.
And if there's already a horse there, then you can move that horse to wherever in the adjacent places. So lots of options in there. Is a lot different from some of the other racing games, which was cool. Also, they had all the horses in there, like real horses. That
the name of the horses are
daughter rode.
I forgot that.
And so they're all like real horses, which is like a little antidote there. That's
yeah. Anyway, winning ticket, another pickup from Essen. If you push,
I can't reach that far.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Did I get it? I did get a copy of
you
that
did.
one too.
Rudolph from De Vere. We don't have a lot of Christmas games. So
We do not.
This was fun. It was a nice small box card game. What is it? 2 to 6 players. We like De Vere. 10 minutes it says. I think that was pretty accurate. It was a little bit different. Everybody's got a hand of cards. Everybody put them face down, flip them over, and then you got to like simultaneous play, and then take any of the cards. You're not playing the card that you flipped over. Everybody puts them out there, and then you take one and add it to your reindeer line. Your line of reindeer or your sleigh. The cards are kind of have two possible places you can use them for. Either adding to your reindeer, which different color reindeer for set collection and points, or adding to your sleigh, which gives you your goals to get points. So real quick, you do that, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, quick, easy little game.
That's another one we demoed, and we're like, yep.
We did?
Yeah, demoed, picked it up. Yep. Yeah. Let's see, my last 2.
Yeah, and that one,
my last 2. That was part of it. Well, he's got
together.
Yeah, he already took one of them. So we went by this booth on the last day. Starlighted the artwork from it. I don't know if we can. Yeah, figured it looked like a trick taking game just by watching the people play it, but the artwork was really nice. I absolutely loved it, so I was hoping to sit down and play it. But it was pretty busy booth, or pretty busy section. There wasn't just a booth, pretty big area. They were busy, so didn't get to play it. But he did give us one of the workers
Demoers.
demoers gave us the overview while he was teaching the table that had just sat down. So loved the art. the trick taking aspect of it. The cards you flip them over periodically throughout the game, so they have kind of a different usage. Looked like it could be fun, so had it on the burner for a little while during the day. When we went back near the end, trying to figure out, okay, what are some of the last things that I want to get? Also sat down and played Antscape. Is that
No.
what it is? We
Antscape.
played, or didn't play either one of them, but we
Right.
got an overview of them.
Right.
You were interested in Antscape, so we looked at that one. Looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then asked the guy, what's your favorite game here in the booth? And he said that this one, Tectonic Tribes,
Yep.
was really good. So kind of looked at that, and then Andrew found the cat
All right. Cat
Burglars
Yep.
one.
Yep.
So he grabbed all 4 of them as a bundle. And so Starlight, it is a trick taking game. Antscape, I don't know, how would you describe that one?
Because that you set out a bunch of ant colonies or cards, and then you're covering them, and you're trying to make a shape. So, I mean, I think it's area control is what it is. Yeah, yeah.
And then Tectonic Tribes, your cards have 6 little squares on them as terrain, and you're laying cards out there, laying cards over other cards to make groups of terrain, and then you can actually use your cards, because there's actually a few games that are like that, where you put these cards out, but you have a set of cards that you can claim areas as well. And then I think the way you described it was 2 people can try to claim the same area, but the person with the more influence in that area,
because that's those cards. Yeah,
is going to win it in the end. So a little bit different than other similar games like that I've played, and it was kind of, he said it was his, said it was his favorite. So it was like, and it sounded cool. So I was like, all right, it's a little bit different than some of the other ones. So grab that too. So I think those are my.
And that one, Start Line, we actually met the artist.
The artist, yeah.
Which is kind of fun, that the fact that it drew you into it was the. I got Antscape signed by the designer, but the artist was there, Ricardo from Germany as well. Signed it for you, so that's great.
Yeah. Love the art in that one.
Yeah. So I got the last few. Dying Message, a game by Oink. Actually, not a new game, but they were highlighting it in Essen. Met the designer. They signed it for us too, and we got a little promo card to as well, which is another thing that going to conventions is wonderful, because you get some of those promo cards. So it was great. This one is a cooperative game. You use the cards and a body position to deduce who the killer who the killer is, right? So seemed fun. I read the description. This was in my list of Essen's must have, and I was able to get it as well. And almost to the end here. There's 2 games from Amigo. These games are about you collect points by doing math. That's what it is. It's math in disguise as a game. When we were sitting down playing Shadow Cards, Amigo also had the big book.
Yeah, it's a hardbound book.
Yeah, hardcover book. Yeah, of the entire catalog. They have the catalog of the catalog, I guess. And those 2 games were in there, and they seemed fun. I don't remember the description.
I remember the edition one for sure. So, or at least the way that it looked. The edition ones, when there's a card out there, you're playing a card that can get you to that number, either plus, or it's got a little plus or minus here. So the 5 has plus or minus 3, so you'd have to play an 8 or a 2.
I see. Yeah.
Multiplication, it appears that it's similar. Where a card that's played, and you can, you play another card that kind of matches up to the multiplication of it. But I didn't read the rules on that one. This was the first one we were looking for. Right. And happened to find it. We'd actually looked at a couple places.
So the thing is that these are not new games.
No,
they're very old actually. So they didn't have them in Essen. Amigo booth weren't selling them because they're focused on their newer games.
Yeah.
But we kept walking around. There are a few little booths in Essen that are stores. So they have their stuff that they sell in the stores, and a lot of them do specialize in older games. So you happen to catch it. So I got it. I think they're great for the kids, and just a little little something
For
to
the kids
play.
and somebody else, I think could probably use some help.
I'm not bad at math. I'm just bad at quick math. So with that, that's most everything that we picked up at Essen. The very last one, and I left this one last on
Purpose.
say that again?
Purpose.
On purpose. Thank you. I don't know why that skipped me. On purpose. So when we were in Madrid, we did a couple of interviews. We hit two different local friendly local gaming stores. One of them was Generation X, chain store, pretty big in the area. And talking to the locals there, and after we did the interview, I asked them. She asked me actually, "Are you guys gonna hit another store?" And I'd say, "Hey, we think about this one or that one," and she explicitly say you need to go to Don Juegos Don Puzzle because it is a very traditional, well-known store in Madrid, one of the oldest gaming and puzzling stores in Madrid. So there, I got to talk to we got to talk to the clerk in the store, and it's the same thing. I asking, hey, can I get a game that's very traditional for the area? And she actually said this one, las cartas, let's see, las familias de 7 países, the families of 7 countries. 65. It's a very old set collecting game. So immediately the art, it's a little, you can tell that it's an older game. But she said that people from all over Spain will come to Madrid in holidays, right? And will see this game and pick it up because of a nostalgia thing. Okay. So that's why I picked it up really. I don't know. I think it's just a very simple set collecting game. It doesn't look like something that the type of game that we play. But the fact that it is a little piece of their culture, a little piece of their history, right? And it comes with that little story of all the people from Spain all over the place growing up with this. What for us would be maybe like Chinese checkers or Central Monopoly, right? A lot of people got Monopoly just because of the nostalgia. Uno, right? The nostalgia playing that with your parents. So this is what will be for them. So
I think of Uno when you talk about that. I mean, like we played a lot of games over the years, obviously, but Uno is probably just one of those that just played a bunch.
Okay.
And now with all the different kinds of it,
right.
the kids stay involved and we still have it. So
right.
feels like kind of something like that where they've been playing it for years.
Right.
So
yeah. And it said this is something unique. It's not Uno. It's not, so anyway, that was a neat little find in Madrid, pre-Essen. So that's it. With that, we're done with the Essen Haul. That's been a long time. Hopefully you're still with us here. Great finds all around. I think let's just go down starting with Andrew. Tell us about what would be your highlight. What was your highlight of Essen?
My highlight is finally getting you guys to come and actually being able to go and experience with friends. And it's a little different than going by myself. Also, lots of fun. But when you got core peeps of the game group here to go and actually experience it, that was really my highlight of the trip. So.
Beautiful. That's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. He went all sentimental on it.
Yeah. No, it was lovely to finally go. Did we? I felt there. Especially there was one day that you kind of like took off and said, guys, I just need a little bit.
It's a very overwhelming place. Especially, I'm an introvert. I need some space. The last couple years, I've taken. Midday through Saturday or something, just go out and there's a big park behind the convention halls and just take a little space because having 220,000 people over 4 days is a lot.
It's a lot.
So,
it's a lot.
There's nowhere during the whole thing where there's basically a down space. It's like when you compare it to PAX, which you've gone to a few times. There's tables there where you can play your own games. There's a whole upstairs area now where you're kind of away from a lot of the booze and everything, and you can just go up there and sit down with your friends. It's relatively quiet and play games, and you just don't have that. I mean, there were 7 halls of just packed everything, game everything. So yeah, there's you can sit down and play a game and relax by sitting for a few
Right.
minutes, but it's still going to be everything going on around you. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. That's not a downside. That's just an observation of,
right.
How it is different from some of the other things that we've gone to. But it was a blast, and getting to go. I don't know when the next one we'll go to is, if
Right.
it's going to be that or a different
Maybe,
convention, but it was certainly worth it. It was a lot of fun. It was 4 days of just, packed gaming experiences, and the time flew by.
Right.
It starts at 10 and it's done at 7, and it would be 6 o'clock, and it'd be like, oh my gosh,
We haven't
it's
even
6?
seen that,
Yeah,
like
like
a whole nother
like
hallway.
what happened to the day?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't actually demo or even see. Well, I saw, but didn't even really do much with the list.
Right.
Our what do we want to see at Essen? Because we just got there and it was just like, I'm just gonna go see what they have. It's not, like we said, what is it that's gonna be a great value for, sometimes for me, or what is it that's not gonna be come to the U.S. or, I don't have a lot of space, so if I try to pick up Covenant and Orloy and this and this and this, like I'm not going to fit half of that in my bag unless I hope, rent a whole nother seat on the plane.
Right.
So
next time bring the roller bag.
well,
Yeah.
Don't bring paints and things like that. That might be the highlight, lessons learned. But no, it was it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, and it's different than the conventions that I've been to in the States, and it was a blast. The highlight has to be meeting, Stefan Feld, but
Right.
for everybody, there's no real
We
No,
all
it-
took pictures.
we
Yeah,
did.
everything, yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the highlight would be, but it was,
No, Stefan Feld's fine. He's your favorite designer. You got to talk to him, not just like here, sign this, but actually talk to him and
showed him my
exchange.
Feld shelves.
Yeah.
Shelves of Feld. But the whole thing was great, and having people to be able to play with, because
Right.
at least at where we were staying, when we go back to the hotel, we're used to PAX. We go back to the hotel and it's packed with people playing games. And we went back to our hotel here, and there was only one other group
Right.
really that was down in the hotel,
Right.
restaurant area playing games, and we got to play with them, and that was great.
Yep.
So a little bit different, but a lot of fun.
And I think the hotel's closer in our pack like that too. But
Certainly when we saw Brian's hotel, Brian's and
Yeah,
Amy
yeah.
hotel, that was packed, of people. So yeah. No, I agree with everything that you guys have said. I think that to me the highlight was like meeting those, making new friends, right, and playing with old friends. Meeting Amy and Brian over there and having to play with them, having you two guys to share the convention with. Because I'm an extrovert, it's all for me. It's all about and that's why I was saying with Andrew, because at least I was like on all the time, like 9 to 6. It's like next, like the high of, even there at the end when we sat down to play that game about like a speakeasy. Remember that? With completely 2 other strangers, and we were playing that game and then talking to them, as well, and then experiencing all these new games. That to me was the highlight, and I think that's what I look for in this type of experiences, right? Yeah. No, it was such an amazing experience, overwhelming, even for me as an extrovert. At one point, I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is a lot." That whole 3 was a lot. Yeah.
and I don't even think we probably hit every booth in every hall.
No way.
Or walk
Yeah.
by them.
Right.
But 'cause it's just so much. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we can end the. Oh, this is not.
No, you got me the right one.
So last thing that happened there, Dan. We went to dinner with Dan, from the Fredericksburg group again, and we hit a restaurant. In there, you've been looking the whole trip for this one beer and couldn't able to find it.
Yeah, this type of beer.
Right.
Yeah, the Dunkel, the darker beer that they have there in Germany. It's just apparently not as popular as the Kolsch and the alt beers
Right.
where we were at. So I just didn't see them.
Right. That we heard that it's further south is more popular.
Yeah,
Right. So but I managed to get it.
I see that.
So
yeah, so
can
we went to an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
They had it on the menu. but Essen had swamped them so much that they were out of some of their foods and their drinks on Sunday night when we went with Dan, and so they just didn't have a few things that we had wanted to have, and you were kind enough to find it.
So let's try it. I've never had it. Have you had this one?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
And this particular type is one that I have brought back from Germany in the past. So it's definitely, in my opinion, it's delicious.
Just remember, if you don't like it, I didn't brew it. So
yeah. Yep, I'll get you. Oh, you want? All right. Well, then I'll let you.
All right. Well, cheers. Hopefully you like it. So this one is a little bit different. That we end with the drink and start with the drink. But I wanted to try this here with Troy.
Good.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah.
Caramelly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Lovely. Excellent. Well, thank you guys for coming to Essen with me. You're welcome, Andrew,
for going with you. Yeah.
for going with you. It's certainly, at least I am so glad to have done it and to have done it with you guys. Right. So I guess I should have listened to you earlier.
That's right.
But it was such a wonderful trip. Let's see what we plan for the next year, whether it's back to Essen or maybe something else. But certainly we'll do this again. All right. So,
I'll definitely be back again. It's been a great. I'd go
Me
over
too.
and over. It's just so much fun.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So for all of you guys listening, I've already mentioned it many times. We recorded a few interviews in Essen from some of those designers, and a bunch of other content as we were traveling through Spain and Dusseldorf and Cologne as well. So subscribe, hit that bell so that you don't miss any of that content that we have coming up. And until we're back, stay hungry for Dunkel.
Sure.
There we go.
Always.
Cheers.